So sometimes it's gonna be difficult, but that's what you have to do if it is best for you, especially if it is best for you. So what I recommend is to fix what you can on your own, improve what you can on your own, and accomplish what you can on your own. If it is something that is not on your own anymore because you depend on someone else for that, that's not something that you will be able to guarantee, because it depends on, if it depends on the other person, it's up to them at the end of the day. So you will never be able to guarantee that 100%. If they still, played well and play well for you because they are on your side, wonderful. If not, you may not be able to control it because it's not you. But you still have to be able to handle it, obviously. So let's see the other one. 24, page 338. Let's see. That is why such messages are usually of so little use and may even be dangerous. Let's see what is she talking about. Okay, they are talking about the these messages that Kara got from Beloved, but from the dreamlike Beloved at the very beginning, not when they met face to face. So someone tells her, I don't know who it is, but someone tells her it could be designed to throw you off balance or to turn you from your path. Say Thomas was the one saying that. So okay, in life, this is looking at this a little much deeper, but it's something worth sharing anyways. So in life, there are multiple paths. To pick a good one, make sure that you and not the people or the events that have surrounded you are making the choice of that path for you. So make sure that you, with your very clear mindset of knowing what you really need, is who's making the choice, and not the last events that you went through that may be influencing you, and not the people around you that may think that it is best for you, but at the end of the day, only you know what is going to be best for you, basically, now and even later on as well. But to be able to make the choice yourself, you have to be very clear about that. If you're not clear about what is best for you, even you won't make the best choice for yourself. Okay, so number 25, 341. Kara realized with a start that there were probably hundreds, maybe thousands of kinds of animals here that she was totally unaware of. She's talking about the animals in Luster. If the ones she had seen so far were any indication, they would be like the ones she knew on Earth, and yet somehow different. So this gave me a pretty interesting idea. We don't know, but we can make clever assumptions and we can guess, hopefully in a clever way or in a smart way, so that we're not too far from an answer that could be true. So if it is any indication, I think that looking at the animals here in planet Earth and the many ways in which they adapt, and the many ways in which they have evolved. Looking at all this will help to understand how all of this behaves in another planet, and how the animals and their behaviors and their evolutions in any other planet could be. I think that it can be predicted, or we can at least have a good idea of it by studying and understanding how it happens and how it happened before here. And then trying to realize what are the difference between this planet, our planet, and that other planet, and how those differences can be used to understand what will be the difference between all the animals there and their evolutions, and all the animals here and their evolutions. I often think that you don't need to look outside of the earth to see what non-smart, non-intelligent alien life is like. There are so many life forms here on Earth, you just need to look at them. If someone comes from another planet here to Earth, all those life forms will be like alien life forms to them. So if you think about it that way, you can see that there is, you can have a conception of that, of what that will be like, by looking just at the animals here at Earth, and realizing that all of these animals could be alien for someone from another place. So then what will it be like at another place if we were the ones that went there and saw all these other animals? You can understand what it will be like by understanding what it will be like doing it here, because we already have a lot of animals here on Earth, and a lot of strange organisms, like in the depths of the oceans. They don't even know everything that is there. They don't even know if there are organisms living like in the lava, like in the center of the earth, that kind of thing. Supposedly they haven't been there yet, so there could be some organism living there, but they don't know. So, by the way, that's a good idea for science fiction. I'm not gonna write anything related to that. That's a good idea for science fiction. But yeah, if you want to see, or you want to ponder at what non-intelligent alien life will be like, you don't need to go too far. You just look at the animals here, and you will be able to get a good idea of what it could be like, especially in another Earth-like planet. If it is something completely different, you don't know, because it's going to be completely different from here. Even the animals, not just the planet, but also the animals there, they will be different. Because the animals evolve depending on the environment. So if it is a very different environment, you should expect to see different animals, obviously. Okay, 26. Okay, so what does exploring a place have to do with how it looks? And I wrote here everything. You don't have the same perspective about a place if you have never been there and you have never explored it. If you have never been there, you might idealize it in a negative way or in a positive way. But when you have been there, you cannot idealize it because you already know what it's really like. So yeah, it makes a big difference if you have been there and you know the place well, if you have lived there. It's very different if you have lived there for many years and you really know it, than if you go there as a tourist or a visitor. That's not knowing the place for real. That's just looking at it there instead of from a picture. That's not knowing it for real. Than if you have never been there. It makes a big difference. It's not the same. It's not the same. There are places that I knew well, that look really beautiful from the outside, but since I was in the inside and I lived there and I knew the places well, I know that they were not good. But I know people that have went there like as visitors, and they tell me, oh, it was beautiful, oh, it was so great, oh, everything was wonderful. And I stay quiet and I just say, yeah, it's beautiful, it is. They obviously didn't live there. So, you know, why break the fairy tale for them? I didn't break it, of course. Let them think that it is beautiful. Since I lived there and I really experienced all of it, the good and the bad, I know what it is really like. But someone that hasn't experienced it doesn't know. Only the people that have been living in the place for years and knowing the place well, only those people can tell you the whole truth. Everybody else is likely to have this idealized notion of what they think of the place, and if they don't know it for real, the idealized notion might be true or it might be wrong. It depends. Okay, so let's go to 27, page 351. But her heart wouldn't listen to her mind. She found herself forgetting her own problems and wondering what would cause anyone to make such a mournful sound. So this is when Kara found and saved the griffin. The griffin was a great character in this story. Funny, interesting, I think, as well. In Song of the Wanderer, I think the griffin was one of my favorite characters. Probably the number 2 of the whole story. So okay, this is one of those cases when curiosity killed the cat. So Kara had to go save the griffin before she knew that she was going to save him, because this curiosity, she had to know that there was an animal in pain and the animal was making noises in pain, and she, you know, her mind told her, don't go there because this could be a trap and it might not be an animal, but her heart wanted to help the poor animal, so she let the heart take over instead of the mind, and it went well. It went well for her. But it's because of curiosity. It's because of curiosity, and you know, curiosity. It depends. If you're clever, it can be a good thing. But if you're not very clever, curiosity can lead you through paths which are not going to be good paths for you. It's the way it is. It depends on the person. 28, 358. 358. Okay, so this is Metaphil. So Metaphil says, why do birds fly? That's the way they are. You know, this kind of comment is why I really like this character, because he was clear about what he meant. That's it. Birds fly because that's the way they are. Because that is what they have always done. They have been doing it their whole lives. That's why they fly. It's not because they are necessarily birds, but because they have been doing it their whole lives. If a bird never learns to fly, maybe because it doesn't have a wing or something like that, or because it has some problem with the wings and it never learns it, and it can exist that way and it can survive and live well like that, it's not gonna fly because it never did it. But most birds, the usual bird, learns it from a very early age and keeps doing it its whole life. So it will continue doing it. It's what it always did, it's what it knows, it's what it is, because it has done it so much that it gets to a point that it is flying almost, because it's what it does. It's what it always did. But let me read to you what I wrote there. Don't be surprised if lions are violent and snakes bite. Don't be surprised if a person that is not a good person continues not being a good person. Don't be surprised if a person that is very reliable and very loving and very trustworthy continues being like that, especially if they have been like that for many years, like the bird who has always been doing that. The longer someone has been doing something, the more it gets ingrained in them, in who they are. So this is why there's a saying that cheaters cannot be changed. Cheaters will always be cheaters, especially if they have been that way and doing that for many years. You cannot change it. You cannot change it. It's already a part, even an essential part of who they are. So since you cannot change it, you need to hopefully make friends that are